tell us your name, characters that you play, and let's get this started.
All right, cool. What's up, guys? My name is Jonah Scott. I voice Katakuri in One Piece. Big donut boy.
Hey everybody, I'm John Grimion. You know me as Hawkeye Mihawk, Dracula Mihawk, world's greatest swordsman. Hooray, warlord of the sea.
Me next? Okay. Hi guys, my name is Christina Kelly, and I'm the voice of Ulti from One Piece, from the Wano arc.
And my name is John Swasey, and you know me. I'm actually 3 different characters. My first character is Dawnfall from the Skypiea arc, and then I play a new character named Brand New that's coming out. But my main character is Sir Crocodile from all the things. And, along with Mihawk and Buggy, we form the Cross Guild. So. A lot of fun stuff going on with that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I am that character.
So we got people from all different arcs here.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, let's start with that. Out of the arcs, you've got Bastia, you've got Whole Cake, you've got... You're all over the place.
He's all over the place. Mihawk kind of pops in every couple of years and just goes, hello, I'm a badass, goodbye, and that's all he does. Which is why I love him so much. And I don't have to scream, and his abs have abs, and it's just a fantastic character. Yes, Steve.
I wish I was jacked as 90% of One Piece characters were, without trying and eating donuts. I wish I was jacked eating donuts.
Doesn't Katakuri have like a 12-pack or 14-pack?
Katakuri has more abs than there are like Big Mom pirates. I'm pretty sure. It's insane. You can wash more abs. I know. He's got obliques too that like kind of ripple into each other. It's weird. He's anatomically incorrect, but he looks cool doing it.
I don't know if Crocodile has abs, how much more it has a barrel.
Somewhere under there.
Yeah, somewhere.
I mean, those strong men are huge, but like they lift boulders, right? They're still massive.
He has a hook.
There you go.
He's made of sand.
Made of sand.
Ulti's gifted.
Anyways.
Nah, you're good. Let's start with a simple one, I'd say. Out of recording for y'all's arcs, what would you say is your favorite moment versus a moment that made you just kind of laugh or offset reaction?
I have a musical theater degree, which I thought I would never be able to use in my life as a voice actor. But I got to sing. It's the first anime I ever have sang a song in. So getting to sing, and I knew the Donut song was coming. Getting to sing the Donut song and having the director being like, all right, Jonah, it's time, we're doing it. Today is the day we're singing the Donut song. I'm just like, I've been prepping for this for literally 15 years. Lay it on me, man. Let's sing the Donut song. But there's that, and getting to act opposite some of my own personal voice acting idols, like Colleen and everybody, all the Big Mom generals, the Sweet generals, everybody there, they're incredibly talented. The cast is always stacked. Everyone up here is incredibly talented, and it's rare you get to work on a show where every single voice actor just knows what they're doing and does it incredibly well. And I am blessed, honored, and humbled to be counted among them. So I'm just jazzed to be involved, man. Happy to be involved.
My favorite moment has to be where I whoop Zoro's ass with a little bitty butter knife. That's the best. That's the best moment for me in the live action one. Just get out of here, be gone. That's got to be my favorite moment. Offset reaction. I'm really not sure.
Have you met his live action?
He's one of my buddies. I met him at a
so
con
cool.
in Saudi Arabia. He's one of the coolest dudes. And he actually said, "Oh, I'm geeking out because I'm." It's like you're geeking out,
right?
You're the guy. You hold the sword. He's a globe-trotting dude, one of the best, coolest guys.
He's super chill.
He's super cool.
My favorite moment, she has a couple of cool ones. Getting to do the fight scene with Luffy, because Luffy doesn't fight a lot of women in One Piece, so that was pretty cool. But my character has 5 different fight scenes. She fights Yamato, she fights Usopp, she fights Nami, she fights Big Mom, and she fights Luffy, and a bunch of other people. So that was pretty cool.
Fought me yet.
No. Are you dead? Did your character die?
Which one?
I don't know. Was I supposed to say something back?
When you look at me, and you're like, are you dead?
I don't know. I only watched my parts, so the
Yeah.
best part of the show was me.
My favorite part is every time I'm on screen.
There you go.
Okay.
Because Crocodile is very much in love with himself, and I think he's very, even though he could turn out to be a woman, I'm not sure, but I think he's very misogynistic.
He's a big on-screen presence too. He
Could
just
turn out to be Luffy's mother. People come out, they're like, have you heard what's going around the internet? Have you heard the rumor? Like, yeah, I started it. So, you know. Luffy, you're my your mother.
Our moderator disappeared.
Oh, he's right here. He's here. Taking questions from the audience.
There he goes.
Chris George, everybody!
Where?
Here he is! Chris George! Yeah.
Chris George!
Yeah! And James Axton! Yeah!
Oh, sure. Come on. Hi.
Are you in One Piece, Chris?
You in One Piece? Yeah, you in One Piece? Do you want to be
on this stage?
Yes, you are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're in One Piece.
The more the merrier.
You want to sit on the ottoman?
Chris George is the One Piece.
Yeah.
Chris George is real.
And the Dragon Ball.
Give it up for Chris George.
Yeah.
The law.
I'm all of a sudden on this panel. Hi, I'm Chris George. I played Beppo in One Piece. I'm also Momu, if anybody knows who that is. Nope. And I'm like a ton of Marines and a bunch of other stuff too. So thanks for pulling me here with the thing. Sure. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty. Awesome. I'd love to see you. Okay, well, we'll ask you a question I just asked them. Favorite moment you've gotten to record as Beppo?
Oh man, it's kind of a toss-up because there was a moment where they switched genders. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. But I mean, Sulong. Sulong form is probably the coolest Beppo thing. So that was probably the one. Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to take a page out of the last panel because this one was very interesting. I like this question. If your character was not a pirate, because everyone here is a pirate as a character, what occupation would they have?
Ooh.
If your character weren't a pirate, what occupation would your character be? Crocodile would be a florist.
Personal trainer, probably. Mihawk would just be a really nonchalant personal trainer. Lift more weight. There you go.
I'm going to stick with flower arranger.
Ulti would be an MMA fighter for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what Crocodile would be? He would be the guy at a vaudeville show when they suck. He would just stick his hook out and pull them off the stage. Yeah.
No, Beppo might be a martial arts instructor. That's what he probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think katakuri. You guys ever have mochi nut? You know what that is? The mochi donut? I think he'd be a baker, and he'd make mochi donuts. Yeah, he wouldn't have other people do it for him. He'd be like, I know how to do it myself better. Let me try it. He uses powers, dumper powers to make some donuts. Yeah.
I got one just because he's not up here and I would love to ask him this. I love Mike.
We all love Mike.
If I recall, he is one of the voice directors for the show.
Writers, voice directors,
Now he's-
actors, yes.
There's been, he's phenomenal. I met him years ago. Absolute legend. Favorite just moment working with him on the show.
Oh, wow.
In the booth.
Getting cast to begin with. He called me in 2007. That's how long I've been recording Mihawk. And I didn't know, you weren't born yet. But, no, that's the story behind this, I'm sorry. Sidebar. We were doing a villain panel one time at this other convention, the three of us, and we said, how long have we been doing this, John Swasey? We've been doing this about 25 or 26 years. And she said, I was 2 years old. And we said, okay, we're leaving. That's the way that works. And that's the end of the panel, folks. Anyway, so That's why I said that. I was not trying to rip her in some rude way. So, anyway,
But you did.
so this was when Funimation was in the bank building in Fort Worth on the upper floor, and we had a hotel down the road, and before her time, she wasn't around. You were in diapers, and so I was, let's see, walked in there and saw Mihawk's face for the first time, and I didn't know what the hell voice to give him, and I think the 4Kids actor gave him a French accent. It's like, he's not French, but is he a Spaniard? Who is he? And I just seen a Harry Potter movie, and I thought about Professor Snape. And I said, he's probably like Snape. He's probably got that intimidation. He just took away the British kind of made him very sly. That's Mihawk's voice, you know, blah, blah, blah. And Mike's like, good, that'll work. And so that became his work. I had no idea that I'd be recording him 18 years later, but there you go. So that's my favorite one. It's just me.
For me, working with Mike's always a joy. Oh no! We got another one. They're just trickling in one at a time.
No. What is it?
You gotta introduce yourself, though, Ken.
All right, introduce yourself and character.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Kent Williams. I am Dr. Vegapunk, one, but also Captain Pluto. You got one PC?
Yep.
That's what I thought, yeah. Clover, a few characters here and there.
Yep.
But also Mr. Compressed, Dr. Shiro, Father, Hatori Soma.
Absolute pleasure. I love this. I'm just coming in, waiting for more.
I don't know.
I don't have one. Mike has been such a big influence on
So
me.
can we do a question?
Yeah.
We were talking about our favorite Mike moment. What was yours?
Favorite Mike moment. Oh,
One
Mike moment.
Piece.
My favorite Mike moment is just, it's hard to pick one. I mean, they're just always so much fun, and Mike is just such a thorough director, and it's just, it's always a joy to work with him. So hopefully things will work out, and he'll be back in the booth and directing us again someday soon. Mike.
Sadly, I didn't get to work with him on any One Piece, but we worked together on a few shows. One of them was he cast me in Chainsaw Man, and then another show called Bottom Tier Character Tomozaki, and a couple others. But I always really loved working with him, and he's very thorough and just a very loving, personable person, and it's always nice working with your friends. So.
So Mike is an actor's director, and he has been doing this longer than I've been alive. Not to age him or anything, but he'd be the first one to make that joke. But he was the one that was just like, he was the one that put me in Attack on Titan, and that's all I like. It was a huge honor. I had a friend that was just like, hey, shoot me your demo, and Mike got a hold of it, and Mike's like, yeah, we got a guy in here for him. Sure. He was very accepting. He directed me remotely for that, so I was in my closet and I was shaking in my little boots because I was such a little newbie actor, and I was playing this like Willie Tiber in Attack on Titan, who was this grand orator who was like giving this like really powerful speech, and he's just like, no, just do it, have fun, like act, just like you're on stage. Go ahead, you know what you're doing, do it. It was the amount of trust that he put in me was something else. It was crazy. I was just allowed to have fun, and every time I work with him is exactly the same. And I can't say I'm like his best friend or anything like that, but I'm very friendly with him, and he's very friendly in return. We yuck it up and have a great time whenever we're in the same room together. Catch up for the 5-10 minutes that we're there, and talk about. He's just like my dad in that he really likes like 60s, 70s, like The Cure and like old like goth rock. Oh my God, I do too. I absolutely love that stuff, and he finds some really cool. There's a really.
I always thought Mike looked a little like Dave Matthews. And I used to, and I'm a big jam band. I love the Grateful Dead and Allman Brothers, stuff like that. And I was every time I was like, do you like Dave Matthews at all? He's like, not really. I'm like, Well, because you don't look like him a bit.
But yeah, he's a fantastic guy.
I will tell you one of the two things, really, but, you know, Mike and I, and most of us, except Kelly here, have been doing this for a minute. And I can remember going to conventions with Mike back in, you know, early 2000s. And one of the things, and it's still true to this day, if you want to have, wherever you're going, if you, especially in an obscure, like, little town, if you want to find the best food, connect with Mike. He's like, hey man, you want to go to Applebee's? And he's like, no, I don't want to go to Applebee's. I'm going to this place I found online, and it's like, you know, got 6 stars out of 5, and, you know, it's supposed to be pretty good, and, you know, we, like, can I come along with you? Like, sure. And he also, in addition to that, he also came up with he just has the best insults. I mean, he would say things, and it just makes you laugh. You're like, dude, who says that? And he just, you know, it just was awesome. So, anyway, good stuff.
Do we have questions from these? Oh, he's on his way.
Questions? Anyone raise their hand? Have any questions?
Ask
There we
us
go.
anything.
Speak up.
Hello. As for my question, it would be, what part of your character do you identify with most?
What part of the character that we play do we identify the most?
Correct.
The cigar.
I'll say, yeah, there it is. Limitless intellect for you, 100%. For me, Beppo is very apologetic and very sorry. But also his loyalty, I think, for me. It's definitely, I love that about him.
Katakuri's an older brother. I am the oldest of 3, and he's kind of in a similar boat. So there's a lot of like familial ties and things like that. Making sure. Also, he's big on honor, making sure that everything he does is by the book and fair and honorable and on the level. And as am I. So I can't really like identify to his like. He's not necessarily an evil person. But yeah, he's the antagonist, right? So he's just kind of butting heads with the
Let's see. It's not his strength or his ability with a sword. It's not his abs. It's not his height. It's not his fast. Not his fashion. Okay, no. In Blue, when he's fighting Zoro for the first time, no matter what his situation, because you still don't know anything about his backstory. Why did he start hating the Marines? What's going on with him? I hope we find out. But he's got a moral code, right? He's got his own ethical code, which I really identify with. He respects the fact that Zoro would rather die than be defeated. And I think that's really cool. I like the fact that he just sticks to his guns. I think it's what he's in front of us. I can board him.
You're right, it was just for you. The sign was just for you.
Where's your youthful energy?
I'm an EP girl, okay? EP. Sleepy. EP. Anyways.
We got a rock battle going on up here.
Ulti is very sassy, but very loyal, and she's loyal to her clan and her friends and her youngest brother. But yeah, the sassiness, I think, for sure.
I joke limitless intelligent, but I don't joke limitless intelligence. But like Vegapunk is at a point in his career, in his life, where he's like having to answer for some things. Maybe he felt differently about it one time, so I think that's really interesting, because we do get to those points in our lives where we reflect. I'll take my circumstances over his.
We got any other questions? Raise of hands.
Anybody have a question at all?
right here.
Hello, so this is a question for everyone. I guess this was asked in a different panel. If you guys were all friends with a character from a different anime, what character do you think your character would get along with from different animes?
So if our One Piece character was friends with a character from another anime, who do you think they would get along with? Oh man, that's a good question. That's a fun question.
The principal from My Hero.
That's a really good answer. I guess Katakuri would be friends with my other villain that is also like starts with a K, Kokushibo. I feel like they would get along at some point. They're both honorable. One's a samurai, the other one's a pirate, but an honorable pirate. That's not too moron, but you know what I mean. You get it.
I think Crocodile would get along with a character I voice in Dragon Ball Z called Farmer with a Shotgun.
That's how he's credited, right? Farmer with a shotgun?
Yeah. The most powerful character in the show. Yeah. Farmer with a shotgun, yeah. Yeah, lock and load.
I want you to make a print of that and sign it for me, and I'll hang it
Come to
in
my
office.
table.
I think she'd probably get along with my character from Akame Got Kill. Mine, they're both pretty sassy. Maybe Alice Knockery from Food Wars. So, sassy girls.
Anybody from the show Basilisk, any of those guys, super cool. My character from Basilisk was blind, but he had all these other senses that were so sharpened that he could tell like if villains were coming from miles and miles away. So you're right, right? You're making it. Anyway, so anyway, yeah, any of those characters would be fantastic.
I think Vegapunk would totally be a Pokemon trainer. Yeah. I can see that happening. But that may be just because that's me.
What was it? I didn't hear it.
Question.
Oh yeah! No, he's like a professor already.
You feel like you're coming out.
Yeah.
Question.
That's right, we need more questions, guys. Come on, lay us on. We got half an hour to entertain.
Right there in the back.
That's true. It could be opened up past one. Oh, yes.
Do you guys see if any of your characters from One Piece either redeeming themselves in the future of One Piece or doing something bigger than what they've already done?
I feel like Vegapunk's right at his moment of redemption, you know. It's do or die time. But Kudo, I'm just waiting to figure out what happened to that guy all the way back then. I don't know, these enemies have ways of reinventing themselves, so we'll have to help.
You couldn't hear it up here, but Christina goes, why is everybody asking deep questions?
Can't you just ask us easy questions like how do we become a voice actor?
No, I love it.
Yeah, give me
Because
that,
these
man.
people care.
I know. Never mind, I don't want to answer that question anymore.
What was the question, though, Ken? What was my favorite color? Mine or my characters? My favorite color is blue.
Yeah, blue rocks. Somebody asked a second ago when you shouted out, what do you think the One Piece is? It's you? No, okay. So Mike McFarland, I'm quoting Mike McFarland, who had a great answer for this in Connecticut. We were in Connecticut, he said, he thinks the One Piece is a little red button, and they open up, so it's a red button, and Luffy goes, what's that? He punches it, the whole show starts all over again. It's like, no! It's a 25-year punk. It's great.
Oh, that's great. I do think, as to that question, I do think we haven't seen the last of Katakuri because Luffy gives him his straw hat at the end of their fight. And I think it would be neat to have him come back and think like Avengers Infinity War or whatever war that's coming. And he's like, I got your hat, 1v1 me, bro. But we gotta finish this thing first, you know? I feel that's really cool. Also, it would be nice to come back. It's kind of curious.
That's pretty awesome.
What redemption? He doesn't need redemption, he saved law. That was the man.
I hope in some people were always asking me like when Mihawk and Zora were gonna fight again, when's that gonna happen? I don't know. By the way, we're just voice actors and we don't know stuff that's not in the manga yet, by the way, so we don't know secret stuff. We probably know everything though. But anyway, when people ask about that, about redeeming, Zoro is going to redeem himself, possibly become the world's greatest swordsman. I'm training him to beat me, which is really weird. But what I hope happens is that they just call it a draw. They respect each other. He cuts him. He surpasses Mihawk, but he doesn't kill him. He lets him live, just like he let him live. And they're like, peace out. Respect. I hope, yeah, that's just Sprite style. I hope that happens.
I wonder if Crocodile's going to end up siding with Luffy. Yeah.
That'd be pretty trippy, man.
I'm waiting for the One Piece Infinity Wars. That's what I'm waiting for. Like, where they all show up. Yeah, they all.
You know, dude, you know what'd be awesome? It'd be on like the very last episode of One Piece. After the credits roll, it does this whole thing with Thanos.
That would be. But it's Oda.
Awesome.
That's one thing that always, just a little sidebar, but you know, that's the one thing that just kills me about the MCU. Is just like, just when you think you've defeated the bad guy, the epilogue is, there's another bigger bad guy up here.
Always.
And then even after Thanos, it's like, and yet there's another bigger bad guy, and it's like, it just
Always
never ends.
Well, how many anime
Always.
characters have you ever played that have to be killed like 14 times? That's not my biggest form. Now my bigger form. I've played so many of those. Yes, man.
You play a lot of villains. Do you like doing villain roles? Are those fun?
Oh, absolutely. I play a lot of villains and a lot of dads.
They do. You play my grandpa.
I know that feels.
Sometimes for the same guy. Villainous dad, villainous, yeah. I do like playing bad guys. I mean, let's face it, good guys suck.
They're boring.
They're boring.
Being bad is fun.
Being bad with a hook is awesome. Got another question? Anybody? What right
Probably
there?
take one or two more questions. You already got one. We'll do red and then you with the blue hair.
Hello? Do you guys got a favorite inside joke in the studios?
What?
A favorite inside joke? Or two?
I'm sorry, it's hard to hear you.
You guys got a favorite inside joke in the studios?
Oh, a favorite inside joke?
in the studio?
Studio.
I will tell you this. Well, shoot, I probably shouldn't. Because it's,
Do it!
we have young kids, and I don't want to be gross.
Oh, okay, let's not do that.
But it involves Christina Kelly.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you weren't the joke. It was something I said directing you,
Oh, that's right.
and it was just, yeah. It's just sometimes you gotta be careful what you say.
We always
All right.
used to say that One Piece was the.
But I will say this: when we're in the booth, it's always fun. It's always a good time, and
Unless
that's
it's John Grimion.
you've got the voice actor, you've got the director, and I'm a director as well, and you've got the engineer, and the ultimate goal is to get the very best product you can. So if you've got a good synergy going with all three people, it's going to be a lot of fun, and if you're having a lot of fun, you're going to end up with a really good product. So, but like we'll leave outtakes for other actors, you know, like bombs and stuff, and it's just you want to keep it light and fun, you know. So, yeah.
I think the biggest inside joke at Crunchyroll is that you only take one snack. That's a joke. Everybody always takes more than one snack. That's a joke. I'll take two Red Bulls this morning. It's 9 a.m. and I got 4 hours of recording to do, so I got to power through it. But anyway, that was my non-joke.
I think we gotta wrap up.
We gotta wrap
Thank you
up.
so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Oh,
having
yes.
us.
Folks, hey, listen. We are all, come find us at our tables. We're going to be here the rest of today until 7 o'clock. Tomorrow.